Yes. So she teaches us to save the birds. So listen, guys, I was talking with a friend and I'm like, yo, we need to go live because we were just talking about so much abundance is happening in the new way of, and it's not even new, but what will be the future of majority of doing business, right? And we're just talking about opportunity. We're talking about being healthy. We're talking about being free financially and time freedom, location freedom. And so we're talking about this topic. And we just was thinking about like mindset, right? And all of us know somebody that will put all they all. Ladies, sometimes we do it for the wrong man. Oh, have mercy. But all of us know a time in our life where we were so gung-ho about something. And, you know, they ain't even paying you to be all in like that. And then when opportunities come to you, and they might pay you, but they don't pay you enough, like your job. So I've seen people be stressed out at work. And they get, you know, something happens. They get hurt, yada, yada, yada. Their job replace them like this. Cece. Like this.
No, here's the thing. Forget getting sick. Let's be real. Always talk about. So what happened for my family a few months ago? My husband lost a really, really, really good friend. It's his best friend's wife. Her name is Brenda. Brenda is just this amazing woman who did everything for everybody. You know those kinds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could always call Brenda. Listen, when my mother-in-law was in the hospital, I look up. I hadn't even talked to Brenda. Brenda walking through the door. That was Brenda, right? Like everybody loved this woman. She taught at a school. She worked at a school. All the kids loved her. All the administrators loved her. Everybody loved Brenda. But when Brenda left this clinic, it was 48 hours until they were finding somebody to replace Brenda. As much as she was loved, as much as she was cherished, right? Like, and so I think about that because Brenda gave all her time, effort, energy, everything to her job.
Right.
And she didn't get 48 hours more than it.
Ooh.
Right after she left. So, no, yeah, we all know those kinds.
Yeah, so it just breaks my heart when we would be willing. So when I was growing up, I'm going to just speak, and this is why I wanted to do this live. The way we were, I think it's a Southern thing, Cece. I don't know if it's Southern, but it could be. When we grew up around church, right? And in church, you had the leader, right? And I'm not knocking church, but there are some churches where the pastor is God. Not on purpose, but you don't even recognize that you don't even pray because you worry about what the pastor gonna say next, right? Versus having a relationship with God. That's a whole other subject. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm saying that because sometimes you're trained to be in such service that you don't recognize at some point you're not thinking for yourself. You're not taking chances on your betting on your strengths. You're not building your life because you're just focused on a person, right? And so you'd rather slave for something or someone else. And it's not always about money, guys. It's not always about money, right? But a good leader of any sort in a job and anything would want you to build for yourself. So as much as I love God, God wants me to be successful. Right?
Yep.
So
Amen.
anything that doesn't model that, CC.
Look, you need to run the other direction. Run the other direction.
I'm just saying. And it's a mindset because guys, and so for me, when we were growing up, I noticed that people in my, like, even I'm back in Dallas, people, they doing the same thing and they're following the same leader, but that leader isn't empowering them to be great and to achieve things that better than they're achieving. And so true leadership should want to, first of all, give you an exchange for your value, whether it's financial, whether it's whatever, like, right?
Energetic, whether it's time, whatever it is.
All of that.
Whatever it is.
all of that. And so we were talking because we were talking and someone, you know, watching somebody that's extremely talented go to bat, be all in for somebody who literally will replace you in 5 minutes, who doesn't get, like, they don't care about you. They only care about themselves. And guys, my heart goes out because I'm like, don't spend your time and talents sowing seeds on infertile ground. You're putting your seed of time. You're doing all this stuff and they don't care. They don't care. They could say they care. And it's that old massa mentality. Like massa, it's mass. It is literally, sorry, I'm gonna say it because that's what it comes from in church. In church, okay, you do your history where like a lot of the Southern rules came from, the slave masters implanted those rules. And then we just carried on because we ain't know no better, right?
Quit preaching, girl. Quit preaching now.
I'm just, and it's funny, look what I'm holding. Look,
people gonna be mad.
Oh well, I'm holding something.
I'm unapologetic. Come on, girl.
Like this is, I live this, right? Now, so here's the thing, guys. There's so many opportunities out there, and you guys are gonna hear me talk about it. If you're tired of it, you're gonna have to unfollow you, girl. But like, there's a million opportunities, and I've built literally over 6 businesses. Okay. Now, you'll learn a thing or two. Stopping, starting, failing, going forward, have some wins, fail. Like you learn a thing or two because that's what business looks like. Like that's what business looks like, right? But when you really look at business models, again, one thing I love about God is that, oh, and look what just popped up.
I am. Come on.
Baby, let me tell you something. It's a complete sentence. And so
yes, I am unapologetic.
God is the source, and God also gives us resources and vehicles to allow us to get all these things that we really, 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 really want. So Cece and I were talking about, listen, we love this company called Isagenix. We love it. Not because of anything other than it supports our health goals. People are leaving this planet like crazy. So we're so pumped up because we need you to be healthy first. Like we need you to be healthy first, right? And then
and let me say this, because a lot of us think health is a cosmetic issue, right? A lot of us equate weight to health. Health is not a cosmetic issue.
Come on.
Right? Like,
you ain't trying to be skinny.
It's not a cosmetic issue.
Say that again.
Blood pressure, high blood pressure is not a cosmetic issue, right? Like having cancer, people, is not a cosmetic issue, right? Like what we're talking about. Now, we understand that weight is like one of those triggers that turn on this nonsense in your body, that turn on high blood pressure, that'll turn on diabetes, that turns on cancer. Like we understand weight is the switch. So I don't want you to focus on the weight. I want you to focus on the health. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about just looking good or just feeling good. You'll get to that too.
Right.
But it's about being healthy. It's about honoring the one body that God gave to you one time. It's about honoring that. It's about being your word. It's about living simple, right? Like it's about that.
Go, Cece. She said the one body that God gave to you. The one body. So I guess we both were just like, why do people, we watching somebody extremely talented and who loves people, loves connecting with people, like, we were just like, this person is so talented and is so committed to the wrong things. And they will never serve him the way that he's worth. Right. And it's like, like God chases you, right? And people that love you chase you, and not chase in a like annoying way, but like they just want, like my heart longs for all of us to win. And so I was just telling Cece, I'm like, if you can see me talking about Isagenix more, it's because I literally have done a lot in business. I've had some. Is Mr. President home?
Hey, Mr. President home.
Mr. President is home. Hey, brother. So like, oh yeah, he can't hear me. So Cece and I were talking, like, Cece, we just need to keep having these webinars and having these conversations publicly because, first of all, my friend CeCeClark.com, I gotta smack my lips on that one. My friend is brilliant. She's done so much. Millions managed in business, made in business, right? And she just knows how to be an excellent leader. She's had some huge losses that you and I can learn from. Look.
That's what I learned to take place. Listen, nobody, I'm going to tell you. So here's what's funny, guys. Here's what's funny. I don't know me. Y'all keep Trinity. So
oh, yeah, huh? Tell them.
Right. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Most people, so Keisha, here's what's funny. Most people rarely ask me, Cece, what did you do to go from zero to owning a $5 million business by the age of 34? People rarely ask me that. But you know what they ask me? Cece, how did you go from being $2 million in debt to creating another 7-figure business 36 months later? That's because people recognize inherently that the learning happens. So much learning happens inside of a failure, right? And I'm unapologetic, to use your words, about sharing that. Look, I'm going, let me pay for your learning. How about that? Let me pay for your learning.
And that's what real mentors do. That's what real mentors do. I love it.
Like, it's real. And so for me, it's, it's about, I recognize one thing, and that here's the reality, Keisha. Wealth is not. We earn our wealth by helping more and more people, okay? Right, like for real, that's what it's about. So every dime that I have ever created, listen, my Isagex Medicine business will be my 3rd 7-figure business. I'm not new to this. But what I'm saying is all of that has happened only because I've been committed to helping more and more people. So you talk about that being a great mentor. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I receive that. But I know that that's where my wealth comes from.
Come on.
To help more people, period. That's it. Like, that's it.
Did you guys catch that? Hi, Ida. Oh, you're in. I remember. Listen to this thing. So listen, I wanted to bring my girl on. We were just talking. You know how sometimes you be having a conversation. It's like the best parts on the other part. But I just wanted to, it was just a real question of, guys, make sure you're not just overly committed to the wrong thing. And it won't even pay you. And it's not just money. It doesn't even make sense for your time use. It doesn't make sense for you paying in energy. It gives you nothing. You're completely giving to something that doesn't replenish you in the way that you deserve. You're so valuable, right? And so we wanted to just come on and tell you guys, first of all, check that. Make sure that you're not just tiring yourself out, waiting for someone else to change. So then you can be of real value. So then they would recognize your value. That's probably never going to happen. People do it. My daddy stayed at church. I'm putting my daddy on blast. He'll whoop me if he saw me. But I can't stand that church you go to. Sorry, it's stupid. But he's so committed to the time. Then we get caught in the time. I don't put so much time in. But are you sowing your time, your energy, everybody on the internet, are you sowing your time and your energy and your resources into infertile ground? Like, seriously. And if you are, it's okay. But why don't you add something that will make a plan, like long term? This ain't for the people who looking for some sprints and some get rich quick and some overnight, because that doesn't exist.
And it's not for people who is all about me. What can I get? What can I do? What can I, like, you can't. If that's you, I'm sure there are other people in our company that would love to have you a part of their organization. Like, I'm sure.
Let me tell y'all something. What Cece just did. Whenever she puts that voice on, I'm sure that another. Wait, my computer about to die. Hold on.
I'm sure there are other people, right? Like, I'm sure there are other people, but what we're about is about what I call a framework of bold, right? Like, it's all about, are we being bold enough to be the answer to other people's prayers? Listen, guys, people are out here praying for a solution. Right? They're praying for financial solutions. There's somebody right now that you know who is like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for my kids' Christmas.
Ooh.
I don't know how. And they're stressing and they're praying. There's somebody praying right now saying, what am I I going to do about my daddy's high blood pressure? There's somebody praying right now saying, you know, that the financial stress that them and their husband is under is going to crush their marriage, and what can I do? There is somebody absolutely praying for to be able to take their first vacation in 10 years. Like, people are praying for solutions. Right? And so our response, let me tell you about my responsibility, right? I'll just talk about mine. I'm not going to put it on you. But I truly believe that God gave us the responsibility of being the answer to other people's prayers.
That part.
If there is something that you have, if there is something that you have, now I have the ability to teach people how to make a full-time income in part-time hours. That's the gift that I have, right? So there are people praying for that gift. I have to be bold enough to be the answer to that prayer, right? But if you have the gift of, you know, whatever your gift is, you have of getting people healthy, being a fitness trainer, motivating people, like teaching people how to make money, right? Like, whatever your gift is, stand up, own your gift,
come on,
and be bold enough to answer other people's prayers. That's your responsibility, in my humble opinion. If you read your Bible, it's your responsibility.
I'm about to fist at the screen.
I ain't gonna get into that. But seriously, that's what life is about for me. That's why I say abundance is your birthright, but wealth is not.
Ooh.
You only create more wealth when you help more people, period.
That part.
Answer their prayers.
That part.
They're praying. They're asking God for a solution. And if you have it, you are selfish
not to share it.
Tell people.
Right. And
not to share people. That's one of the triggers to this conversation. Keith, we were talking about a person who recommends everything they love. If they love this particular person that we know, if they love something, they tell everybody.
Anybody know anybody like that?
Right. Look, that was me. I'm gonna tell y'all, I probably single-handedly made that movie Girl Trip probably $100 million myself. Because, girl, you couldn't talk to me without talking about dang on Girl Trip.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm scared. So there are people. We know people. We were talking about this particular person who absolutely shares everything they love, only the things they love, with other people. Now they're quick to share things they don't love, which is good. But they're a natural connector. And if there's something they love, they tell people. And so I said to Keisha, I was like, why is it that we are natural connectors? People, for the most part, many people are natural connectors. Why is it that we get all weird when somebody wants to pay us for connecting them with stuff that we already love? I would never understand that. Listen, look, Whole Foods in Cleveland, Ohio, where I live, is probably still in business just because of me. And I'm telling everybody, oh my God, you gotta go to Whole Foods, right? Oh my God, you're shopping at Kroger? Are you kidding me? No, you need to go to Whole Foods. Whole Foods ain't paying me no dang on money to tell me to go to Whole Foods. Right. You know, and so it's just like, why do we get weird when somebody says, thank you, here's some compensation for doing that? I just find that, my brain doesn't work that way. I don't get it. Nobody can help me understand.
But and that makes sense because, so when Cece asked that question, I was like, for my sector, for my Southern people that I know, a lot of Southern people, and I know it. So guys, you have to take into account how you grew up, wherever you grew up, and what you saw, and how is it governing my life now, and does it still serve me? Does that make sense, guys? So the reason why I talked about Black church and how sometimes it can have a little bit of slave mentality is because that's cultural. That's what a lot of stuff came from there. So you've got to understand. Well, I'm grateful for the church I grew up in that my daddy still go to, because it taught me discernment, it taught me discipline, it taught me hard work, but it also taught me to wait to move, you just wait in fear. That doesn't serve me. So if I desire wealth, I got to get uncomfortable. Okay, I have to. So it did teach me. I still got the lesson. Took me a minute, right? But now I know, as a result of that lesson, that, if I want to have something, I got to get up and go get it, right? And I got to understand that it's going to be new and different, but I've got to be uncomfortable with new and different so that I can get the knowledge and understand, so then I can go and change my life. Because if it is to be, it is up to me. God is not going to come down from heaven and boom down and just, oh, here's your blessing now. Boom, boom, boom. That doesn't happen. You put all your money and trust into your job, to taxes and all of that. When my parents, they both retired. Government don't want to give them no money right now, and they got illness because they own their house. They own their house. So now, isn't the American dream to own the dang house? So now, because we own the house, you can't give me the money that I gave you every month. I want to kick some people up in the tax office's tail. I want to dig up some bodies because this don't make sense. That's the little thug side of me. But I'm just saying, guys, we've got to think differently. And so I want to invite you guys to this webinar. I already posted the link. Let's think differently. If you're interested in connecting with people, first of all, getting yourself fit. We're not talking about just physical. Now, we are talking about physical, but we mean from the inside out, right? You want to put premium products in your body. When we say premium, this ain't none of that other stuff. This is top notch, no compromise products. So every month you're going to buy groceries, period. When I leave here, I'm going to go eat somewhere, right? That's a given. So literally there are some products that you're going to switch some of that same money you were going to spend, and you're buying healthier nutrition, right? You're getting vitamins. I showed you guys the other day. Let me grab it. Things like this, guys, vitamins. This is good for you. You need that, right? And then here's our meal shakes. I was talking to Cece just now, eating a whole bunch of chocolate. So it ain't all just, I mean, this is good. Look at my box, Cece. This chocolate is yummy. Oh my God, I know I'm eating too many. I ain't never ate this much chocolate in my life. Green. How many of you guys like to take greens, but you don't feel like doing juicer all the time? You can take these on the go. So now this is what you're going to be putting in your body, premium products. But then there's a percentage of you guys, we want you to come and hear about this, period, because this is what you need. Like all that high blood pressure, diabetes conversation that seems to be very prevalent, especially in the Black community, that's not okay. And we're going to curve that, okay? But then the other part of the conversation is who wants to also add some additional revenue. How about I just got I didn't even know I had the ISA wallet, which this is Isagenix. So I went to go check. I had $574. I was like, how great. What could you do with an extra $500? And that's on the low end. My goal, I'm going to be an Isagenix millionaire. But for some of you, you just want to make an extra $500 a month. How about that? Maybe your daycare bill. Maybe my friend, she just wants to pay for her lashes and her nails. I was like, that's easy, right? So you're getting paid to do what you already do. So if you're interested in that, and it's not a scam, it's not none of that stuff that people go, oh yeah, I've tried that with Mary Kay and blah, 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 blah. Guys, here's where we talk about knowledge. And all by get understanding. And don't take the understanding from something that's not the source. Go to the source. Some people say they tried Jesus. But let me look at how you tried. Listen, go to the source. And then let's look at where your facts came from. What does trying really look like for real? Check things out for yourself. Get information, understand it, and then judge it. Is this right for me or not? No pressure, right? Come here so that you gain knowledge. And then you can make better decisions, because we don't do when we don't understand. If you're in a business right now that you just jumped in because you was excited and you didn't have enough knowledge, and now you got a business and it's like, oh my God, what a customer. Oh my God, it's happening. Why? Because you just didn't have enough knowledge. But if you get the knowledge and you understand it and then you apply, your business will grow. How about you plug into a vehicle that already runs nice and smooth? How about it? I'm just saying. Now listen, I'm a little more passionate than some because I've just done business. I've been working for myself since I got out of freaking high school. Okay. I'm just turned 31 a couple days ago, 2 days ago. Right. And happy birthday to me. What I know for sure is I've had a lot of failures and a lot of wins, but more failures than wins. If I had have known about this, I'm like, oh my God, it did all the hard work for me. And I get to feel good in my body. This is a win-win. So we want to bring you guys into the webinar so we can simply give you information. The link is in the comments on YouTube and on Facebook. I would love to see you guys there to really get clarity around your health goals. Remember, we talked about inside health and outside, but inside first. And for those of you who are interested in the business opportunity, I don't know about you guys, but even $500 extra a month because I'm eating really well. Now, you're not starving, by the way. Some of you guys think that you're only eating this. Heck to and all, I'm eating tonight.
Girl, look, I'm still eating on my Thanksgiving dinner. It was good.
That part. So, you know, I'm feeling like Papa Do's right about now. But I don't have no Thanksgiving dinner, y'all. My fridge empty. I just got back to Dallas and my refrigerator empty as it comes, baby. It's empty. But listen, we got the webinar link, and I just wanted to, I don't want you guys to be we don't need to have financial problems in 2019. Not when we really have control over it. Will this require you, if you decide to, will it require you to make some adjustments? Maybe. Like it required you to make adjustments when you jumped into your business, when you jumped into the relationship. Like there's always an adjustment to be made. So don't let that deter you. Come get information so you get clear.
Yeah. You know what? You just made me think about the fact that, you know, one of the things that I love about this for everybody, again, I retired myself, so I do this full time.
Say that again. You did what now?
I retired myself. I know. Yeah, I retired myself, so I do this full time. But I have been able to teach people, like I said, who are interested in creating full time income and part time hours. So they just have a little bit of hours, and so what I love is that for a lot of people who are looking for that sophisticated side hustle, you know, they're not. You know, I'm going to tell you, Uber, Airbnb, Etsy, all that it's not sophisticated because you're still exchanging time for
all kind of time. Yeah.
Right. All kinds of time for some dollars.
Right. And you don't get to, it's not around Uber, for example. Any and everybody's going to get in your car. I like Uber. It's great because you can meet people that way too. So I ain't.
Look, I can't tell you how many Uber drivers I've recruited.
That part. But then, you know, at some point, your Uber rides, which I know some Uber drivers, they make the most money during the club hours where you got people ready to throw up in your car and all kind of stuff. I'm just saying, you're not necessarily going to have people that are interested in what you're interested in, right? It's a great vehicle. It's a great thing that you can plug into and make some right now money. This is deeper than that. This is long-term wealth. Wealth is when you die, your kids got some money still, right? Your kids. Anita said just signed up for the webinar. Yo, kids. Oh, the webinar is tomorrow at 5 Central, guys. Tomorrow at 5 Central. You see the link there. It's 5, 6 Eastern. And then that's
6 o'clock Eastern. 3 o'clock Pacific.
And it's not long drawn out, guys. We just want to give you some facts and talk about your fitness goals, okay? So thank you guys for that you've already signed up. But listen, we're talking about wealth, and wealth is not, let me tell you what I love about Isagenix, CC. I run a full-time business. Like I run a full-time business. I was just on stage in front of 1,000 people, right? Singing, also teaching my online classes, just launched a new session. So I got a ton of people in my online classes that have nothing to do with this. Yes. And we're relaunching that. So so I still have my business, but not a day goes by where people aren't worried about their health and fitness. At the end of the day, when you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you're either going, oh God, what is happening? What is going on? Right? And so it's like, this is something that it's a conversation that you're already having with yourself and others naturally. And so we're just going to give you guys some education, and then you choose what you want to do.
And you know what, Keith, I'm going to say this too. A lot of people don't know I actually started my Isagenix business. I mean, again, I'm full-time now, but I started, I'm really not full-time because I don't work all the time. That's not the story. But I started it when I was working. I was the director of global partnerships for Lisa. So I'm traveling the road. I'm gone 175 days a year. So I literally built this business. I built this income in the pockets of my day. Like, I remember being one night, it was 2 o'clock in the morning in Slovenia, and enrolling some of your favorite people, Steve and Kathy Kidd, you know.
Love them.
In my business for 3 years, they partnered with me. And I remember being in Bogota, Colombia, in an airport, right? Like, I built it in the pockets of my day.
Yeah.
And not only did I build it in the pockets of my day, my health improved while I was on the road. So, like, it was so super easy, you know. So from a physical and financial standpoint, it's just going to be easy to do that. The busier, so financially, the busier you are, better you're going to do at this. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Because it's the busy people like Lakeisha Michelle. It's the busy people like Assisi President who know how to effectively use pockets of their time in order to build themselves a revenue stream. And it's like Lakeisha said, it's not a get rich quick.
No get rich quick.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
And there are people who became wealthy quickly. It's not a get rich quick.
Right.
Right? Like, it's just not that. But if you're willing, and to be open to learning about how you can create a stream of income that produces money while you sleep, then hop on the webinar.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my kind of, you guys know I'm all about back of the head money. While I'm sleeping, it's like, whoop, just make some back of the head money. So listen, you got to have multiple revenue streams in 2018. If you're so busy, but you have no revenue streams that are going to grow exponentially, you're busy doing the wrong thing anyway. I'm just saying. Like, if it ain't real estate, what else is it? A check? Okay, put that check into good use, good premium groceries into your body. And listen, so whether you want to get products or business, we're here for you. We're excited. It's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. And Sandra, thank you for always caring about your community. You're welcome. I told Cece, I said, sometimes I feel like I care too much, but I do. Like, my mom always tells me that I do. Anytime I learn something, I'm like, come on, y'all, come on. And I'm like, come on, hurry up. You're going too slow. But I'm learning, even in my business now with Isagenix, is like, I've got to be more caring leader. I've got to be willing to be here for you where you are. And as I grow, just keep sharing with you so you can grow and have an example. So it really does build you as a person.
Girl, listen, look, that's funny. Wait, hold on. That made me think of something. So let me tell you. So I have that driver personality. Like, when I see something, like, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Right? Like, that's me. And I had to realize, Cece, that's not everybody.
Not at all.
Not everybody. And I had to get, like, I'm like, oh, you can make 60. I'm like, I retired myself in 6 months. You can do it too. Come on, you can do it, right? Like, so, and people are like, no, stop, you're crazy. Like, and I had to get that, you know, I had to walk with the walkers, jog with the joggers, run with the runners.
That's so yummy.
I'm going to tell you, I had to get that. So that's a lesson that I have totally learned over the last couple of years. And so there are just a few people, like, I can tell you, I don't work with more than 5 people at a time, right? Like, I won't work with more than 5 people at a time because of what I'm doing in my business, I work with runners. Lakeisha's a runner, so I'm excited to run with Lakeisha. You know, so I'm right. Like, that's it. Like, that's how it is. Because, and if, you know, in business, you can't supervise effectively more than 5 people at a time, right? Like, you know, in business, in a corporate world. Well, in my world, if I'm helping her to produce another stream of income, a 6-figure income, like, I need to give my time and attention to her. And, you know, I can't do that across 20,000 people. Now, might there be another 10 or 15 people that come into the organization that, you know, that want other things? Yeah, I'm going to still love on them and make sure they're doing okay. But seriously, I'm going to work with 5 people at a time, because that's the capacity, and then that's where people really, really get to run. But people get to choose.
People get to choose. And that's one of my favorite things. If you take any of my other courses, guys, I tell you all the time, never be tired. Look at Barry. Barry said, hey, Cece, I miss you. So the one thing I talk about in my classes is never be tied to an outcome. Like when you're out marketing. So when I was a hairdresser, I would literally, here's what's funny to all my hairdressers. Ooh, I need to do a whole nother CC. I'm gonna grab you again for another live stream. I just thought about this. Most hairdressers wake up, they don't feed themselves properly. You starving, you not eating, then you eat, you just want to eat some burgers or some junk because you're just so exhausted and hungry and tired. And so you worked all day, your knees hurt. You only get paid when you're behind the chair. Now, most women that sit in the chair are wanting to talk about their health and their fitness. When they get their weight right, then they're going to put on the dress, then they're going to go and they're going to be, and this is what we do as women, right? Now you're sitting on a gold mine because at the end of the day, who doesn't want to be healthy, right? But then the other conversation when I was a hairstylist was like, what's the result? There was no end goal. It was just work. You see me doing work. Like it that's all it was. Now, if I hadn't found this while I was doing hair, oh my gosh, and now we getting fit. I can teach how to do your makeup and your hair, and we do like what? Like this is amazing. And we get to somebody said, "What is this?" So these are health products, guys. I was trying. These are vitamins, and then we have shakes, meal replacement shakes, or whatever you want to do. Whether you want to build muscle, whether you want to lose weight. I'm dairy free, so you'll see my stuff says dairy free a lot. Although I did have the strawberry cream, which was really good, and it did make my stomach hurt. So. These are health products, by the way. So that's what you're hearing. I tear my tops off because I have a little system under my cabinet. So in the morning, I pick up the Ionics and a greens and a shake. It just already prepared. Anyway, they're health, they're premium nutrition. Yes, you know how I am. I'm a nerd. So, so listen, it's premium nutrition. And as a hairdresser, hey, just saying, hey, CC, I love you. As a hairdresser, I wish I had have thought about this because there's nothing. When I started my hairdressing business, I would stand outside of Walmart and Target in my apron. Now, listen, this is the kind of hustle it takes to build any business. Okay, I had to go find where my people were. Now, the cool thing about this is you've got friends who want to be healthy. Who don't have a friend that want to be healthy? So you don't have to go stand in front of Walmart. Now you could if that's how you feel, but you don't have to because as soon as I joined, I already knew my girls, all we talk about is getting healthy and fit and fine so we can go be on vacation. So it was easy for us. We were already going to GNC. We just switched what we were doing with GNC to Isagenix because it just made sense when I looked at the science behind the product. The company is just top notch and I'm a top notch kind of girl. So it was just easy to switch over. So when I built my business with hair, I'm telling you guys, I was sweating in the sun, passing out cards. Now, if you are a hairstylist watching me, yep, that's what you got to do. Unless you got some money for some Facebook ads or something like that, right? But with this, what I love is that it's part-time. This is what you do being you, talking to your aunt. Like, I know my aunt want to lose weight. So I was like, Auntie, this will help you. I gave her, she took some of mine when I was at her house. And she was like, oh my God, I love her to try some. She tried it. She was like, either it's me. She was like, maybe my mind playing tricks, but that was really good. I was like, no, your mind's not playing tricks. The products work. Right? And so that's the cool thing is that you don't have to be anybody but yourself. And if you care about your loved ones and you want them to be nutritious, even your children, right? And so that's what this is about. We're going to stop talking and get y'all back to whatever you were doing. But just wanted to tell you guys that the webinar is tomorrow.
40 minutes. Have we really been live talking for 40 minutes?
We said it was going to be quick too. Oops, sorry.
We did.
So Sandra said I needed to hear this.
Did you get value? Did you get value?
Put in the comments, did you guys get value? So YouTube, let me read some of the comments, Cece. So Anita Cromwell said, just signed up for the webinar, always looking for education and good info for self and family. Sandra High says, I just registered. Thank you for your kindness to share. And then Anita says, right, always willing to learn new ways to make a revenue stream. Husband and I need to start building now. Love it.
Come on.
I love it. And they say, great, thank you. Good. Look at my auntie. See?
Wait, Auntie Tammy said it really did work. I felt the instant result was great.
Exactly.
When you put some premium nutrition. Hello, beautiful Janine. My beautiful Janine is a social media influence all the way from London, England.
London.
We need to get you on this, girl. Yeah, you'd be amazing. You'd be an amazing partner. And then Amber, oh my beautiful Amber, CC Layla saying hi, and she tried one of the chocolates.
There we go.
That's one of Lakeisha's nearest team members. Her name is Amber. She is absolutely beautiful, and her children call me Auntie CC.
Aww. I love it. So look, guys, we got the webinar. You guys come on tomorrow. It's 5 p.m. Central, which is 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific. I get a little dyslexic there. And we'll tell you all about it, you know, just so you're clear, you have facts, and you can make a decision that's best for you. Okay? So thank you for your time. We love you. Look at Auntie. I'm definitely going to order the greens. The salted caramel was delicious too. Right? I love the salted caramel. Janine said, good to see you, ladies. Good to see you.
I love her.
Anita said, everything is valuable. Good. Thank you, Anita. Okay, we're going to go. Y'all, make sure you guys register. We'll be chatting about this and just posting the link. Come, get information. Listen, the same time we get a Cowboys, the same time I don't, my brain don't work like that. I'm about my coins, wealth, and health, like all day long. Like it's what I'm obsessed with. Always have been. I'm so glad to have this vehicle, and I want to share it with you guys. Okay, so I love you. Thank you for trusting me with your time, trusting me with my mentor. I'm bringing my mentor to you, and I'm bugging her on her Saturday relaxing time.
There is no such thing. There's no such thing. I'm telling you, this is what I love. Like I love
this
to see
is life.
people
I love it.
create their freedom. Like for real, I love to see people create their freedom. Listen. Let me just look. Hold on. Pretend like she can't hear. You all just don't know how much this woman loves you guys, right? Like you just don't know how much she loves you, and how the conversation I hear her talking about really want to grow her people and help people succeed and watch them win. Like she has a level of passion behind having, especially women that look like us, that is rare to see. And so I am just so absolutely grateful to be able to support her, to be able to walk with her hand in hand, and just watch our community be elevated because of this amazing woman right here. So I'm excited. Yay!
Oh, thank you.
I love you, girl. I love you. I've loved you for a long time.
And she would drop me like $1 million nuggets. And I used to be like, this lady's she's interesting. She would always be trying to like put me on game, but she never made me feel bad for what I didn't know. But when she saw me doing something that was just a little on the ignorant side, she would just be like, well, baby, you should read this book.
Did I say, well, baby? Look, I did say that, don't I?
When she hit you with that, just know. See, she's like, here, baby, go read that.
There's a person in my community that knows the difference between when I say baby or sweetie pie or
darling.
Or love bug. Yeah, darling. Like she has already broken down like what's going on in my brain. It's the weirdest thing ever. Just saying.
I be knowing. I came late. Is it isotonic? Wait, not isotonic. Wow, that sounds like a really great drink. Isogenics. So we got the webinar in the description in the comments, guys, on YouTube, and we'll explain everything to you. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, guys. We're gonna have fun. Okay, we're gonna go now for real. Bye, y'all.